So I want to talk about the trade MORF today, and especially about this alert when I told you guys to watch this pattern, right? MORF, this nice pattern, and then look what happened. Boom. After they broke out, huge breaks. So this was the entry right here. Okay, and I'm going to talk about what exactly, what I thought, why did I think that it was going to go, and why this pattern works so well. All right. So in order to do that, number one thing that you want to do is you want to look at the daily chart first. So MORF wasn't even part of my watch list, but the reason why I saw it, and then when I saw it, I liked it, was because of this daily chart. So look here on the daily chart. First, it came on my scanners. All right, it came on my scanners when it was popping up like this. When it started going up a lot, boom, 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 I saw it on my scanner. But the first thing I did was I looked at my daily chart. So look at the daily chart here. And this area, the whole area, there is no sellers. So when the stock broke out at this area right here, $40, which is this area, 40 bucks here if you look at the daily chart, as soon as it broke out, it came into this territory where this stock was never ever traded before. And the fact that the stock was never ever traded before here, so it means nobody ever bought the stock. If nobody ever bought the stock, it means there are no sellers. So when the stock goes up, there's nobody to sell. There's only buyers. The only people who are going to sell is that if they want to take profits. But you know, when you are in the green, you can hold. You hold and you let it ride and see how much it can go, right? So all the people who bought it, they're just waiting. They're not selling because they want to see how much it can go. So it's only buyers coming in. So since there's no sellers, buyers kept coming up. That's number one. All right. So as soon as that happened, as soon as I opened it up and I saw this moving, I looked at daily chart, boom, this was in my radar. So now that I know, okay, this is a good contender, then I'm going to go back into the 1 minute chart right here, okay, and then look for support. So the first thing I did was I looked here, okay, so you see how this supports. I wanted to see it buy around here. However, it never came down. It found mid support, okay, and once it found mid support, and then this candle happened. So it was like this, all right, it was like this, it was going up, and then all of a sudden this popped. When this pops, what that means is that anybody who is shorting on the stock because they think it's going to come down, it starts to come down and then it starts to go up again. So they get scared, okay? And then on top of it, it makes a nice pattern because of that. But then once it breaks, all the short sellers, they try to cover. And then who don't cover, they get squeezed out of this massive move, all right? So this is the whole psychology behind it. So now let me show you one more time how to exactly do it. So you first look at the daily chart. All right, once you look at the daily chart, you see if it's clean, then you come into the 1 minute chart, and then you find pattern. You don't just enter here. What if you entered here and think it's going to go up and it comes back down, you get freaked out, you get out, and then the stock goes up again? I'm sure it happens to you, right? So you don't do that. You look for support. So once the stock started coming down, it found the support here. You see one, two, 3 times. Came up. So it means every time it comes down, buyers scooped it up. So now that it is, then you make a pattern, and then once it breaks out here, you see how it gave you 2 minutes. These are 1 minute candle each. So 1, 2. So I gave you 2 minutes to enter your order. All you have to do is just enter your order, and boom, get in. Now I'm not happy personally how I traded it. I messed up big time, and I entered here and I sold it here. That's it. So I just took this. I think made about like 300 bucks. Not happy at all. Just not happy. I'm personally not happy. Normally I don't do that. I take some profit and then let the final piece go. Could have been $1,000 day, but $1,000 trade personally. But the reason why was because of this. So I traded ECOR. I'm just gonna show you real quick. I think it messed up with my head. But basically what happened was that I traded ECOR. And notice here I entered here, which I alerted you guys as well, right, in the chat. This ECOR. ECOR right here. No. ECOR. No. Do you see how I said ECOR, guys, making a pattern? So I was watching this and it made a nice pattern, and I entered here. Starts to go up. I did not take profits. It came back down all the way to my break-even price. Starts to go back up again, and it came down and failed. I didn't make any money. And look, I mean, okay, bye. I made like 40 bucks, but basically break even, and then it failed, right? And then I got in PLTR, which I alerted you guys as well here. So PLTR was making this pattern, You see how I was making this pattern? So as soon as it breaks, that's when he entered. So this was the pattern. Okay, and it broke right here. So I entered here, starts to go up. I was up nice on this, about $500-600 bucks, because I had 500 shares. I don't know how much, but something that was nice up, and I was hoping there's gonna go up more. What I failed to realize that there was a resistance up here. Okay, right here. So I took some profits and it failed again. So I made 140 bucks, whatever. But I see, same thing happened, right? So I took some profit, got in here, took some profits, and it came down, and it failed again. So then when I was trading this, right, I had the same mentality in my mind. However, I should have done, what I should have done was each trade is separate, independent of itself. This would have totally different trade. So if I just only held this trade, this would have been a huge day. But it's still a nevertheless good, nice, great day. That's not the point. But the point is about how I traded it. And the reason why when I saw this, you know, these candles forming, I got out here, and I left tons on the table, so much money on the table. So that was so I think that's the fault. So I think the lesson would be is just each trade is different, and that's how you want to treat them as. So I should have taken some profit and then let the right go, take more profit and take more profit here, and that would have been a massive trade. But nevertheless, some profit is good. But the lesson was this pattern. Okay, so learn this pattern, and if you guys want to come in the chat, if you're just watching it and you're not a member, make sure to come in the chat. I see these patterns all the time, and we trade every day, and I alert him if I see them before, so you have way more time. So you see here, watch this, it hadn't even broken out. Okay, look, it hadn't even broken out. It was right here when I alert. So you had like 10 minutes to prepare. So because here's the thing, if I alert you when I'm already in it, when it breaks, and then when I'm in it, it's going to go up way quicker and you won't be able to catch it. So, and I teach you guys too. So anyways, but point is that I hope you learn it and be able to make sure that you can figure out yourself. The key is to look for a strong push up, look for a nice daily chart, and then pattern, and then enter at the break. All right guys, take care, see you guys in the chat. Bye.